we have, I believe we have, everybody counted.
And before we pass out these lovely awards, I just want to say 3 of our Eagles up to date did not get the Eagle actual award yet because of processing. But as soon as they get them, as soon as you guys get them, I'll go get them, and we'll have a cake and ice cream or whatever you guys want in the budget. All right. All right. This was from the House of Delegates, and it says officially citation: be it hereby known to all that since congratulations are to offer Akeem, Brandon, and Amari in recognition of earning Eagle Scout rank. And it's another one from the United States of Congress. This is a special recognition to Akeem, Amari, and Brandon upon attaining the Eagle rank. One more. This is from the Sheriff Department of PG County. They were given a patch, and I'll read a brief of what they said. With this award and recognition, I know, and Mr. Smith confirms, that you all worked hard, extremely hard, and know that you have a good leader among you as peers. As one who knows the focus and the work that takes the achievement of Eagle Scout. Congratulations.
So at this point, what we are going to ask is that each boy find your parent. Each boy find your parent. At this point, we have a presentation by Brother Creighton, who I asked him what was his actual designation in Boy Scout. He said many things. So, Brother Creighton, please.
Thank you. Not to be evasive, but technically I'm the Connectional Director of Boy Scouts for the AME Church. I'm also on the National Board for the BSA. I'm also on the Council for the National Capital Area Council. But most importantly, I am the committee chair for Troop 47. So, but in my position as the Connectional Director of Boy Scouts, I'm going to present to each scout a proclamation. They all will be pretty much the same, but I'll just read the one for Austin first. Whereas Austin Dallas Clement is a member of the Boy Scout Troop 450, chartered by Reid Temple African Methodist Episcopal Church at 11400 Glendale Boulevard, Glendale, Maryland, 20789, has earned the status of Eagle Scout. Whereas we members of the African Methodist Episcopal Scouts recognize the many hours Austin has devoted to attaining the status of Eagle Scout, working with diligence and making sacrifices in order to achieve this high coveted position. Whereas Austin Clement has served the Boy Scouts in an exemplary manner and is deserving of the honor bestowed upon him. And whereas Austin Eagle Scout Leadership Project was to teach community teens the importance of community teens the importance of young people giving back to their community and service with helping other homeless children in celebrating their birthdays, also creating snack packs for homeless families between meals. And whereas Austin Clemens obtained the rank of Eagle Scout November 7, 2015. And at an age of 16 years of age, African American, Austin joined the rank of 1.5 of all African American youth, male youth, that joined the Boy Scouts to advance to the rank of Eagle. Whereas Austin Clement serves as an example to youth through his high level of personal achievement, leadership, and community service. And we are proud of Austin's accomplishment. And now, therefore, be it proclaimed that we, the members of the African Methodist Episcopal Scouts, do hereby recognize and extend our sincere congratulations to Austin Clement for having achieved the status of Eagle Scouts, and honor for both him, for those who have guided him. We wish him the best and the brightest.
Just as he steps back, one of the things about Austin, his particular goal, he was the first of our 6 to get through. Was he the first or the second? The first of our 6 to get through. Each one of those sashes, they had to earn 21 merit badges, and you all know that because you've heard that. If you see his sash is a little bit wider because he's not just has 3, he has 4 across. And if you see his sash, if he turns around, it's not just in the front, it's in the back. If I'm not mistaken, he is 7 short of earning every single one of the merit badges available to the Boy Scouts of America.
There's 137 and he's at 130. Yeah, and every time, Mr. Ty, can you sign it? Well, the ones that I can sign, Mr. Ty, can you sign? I'm good to go, man. Let's sign. I know you did the work. He's very dedicated. And so at this time, I'm going to ask our Scout representatives to greet all of our newest Eagles, as well as Brother Smith, who was assistant Scoutmaster before, and our guest of honor, Mr. Nick. I'm sorry. So please, you can come through.
Oh, and don't forget the parents either. They didn't work as well. So the question was, the reason why you see them shaking with the left versus right. In Boy Scouting, the left hand, historically, is the hand that you shake with because it frees up your right hand to do whatever you need to do. The history of Boy Scouting is embedded in the military tradition. And so you shake with your left, that way you can defend with your right.
Here's 2 sashes.
There is such a thing in Boy Scouting that's known as the Order of the Arrow. It has been characterized as the honor society of Boy Scouting. There are a few of our boys that have attained the respect, because you have to be voted in, they have attained the respect and admiration of their fellow scouts. 3 of them, 4? 4 of our current scouts have been elected, have gone through the ordeal. They can't talk about it. Like Fight Club, you can't talk about it. The ordeal of what it means to be a member of the Order of the Arrow. At this time, I'm going to read the letter that came from the, how do you say the lodge? How do you say the lodge, guys? Amangamit Whippet, Lodge 407, Patuxent Chapter. I congratulate you, I offer my congratulations on the occasion of your attaining your Eagle Scout rank. I am never surprised to see an Arrowman attain the rank of Eagle Scout, or to see an Eagle Scout who is also an Arrowman. Both Eagle Scout and Arrowman reflect on the individual's character and both say much the same thing. Here is someone who is dedicated to cheerful service, ready to help others where needed, and driven to make a positive difference in the world. This is a terrific moment in your life, and I hope you will take a moment to feel some pride in what you've done to get there. I hope you will also reflect on the fact that you have set a standard and expectation for yourself. Forevermore, you are an Eagle Scout and an Arrowman, and the things you do will reflect on that. I hope and trust in the years to come, when people learn you are an Eagle Scout or learn you are an Arrowman, they will respond, "He is?" Well, that does not surprise me. It shows in his character. Again, I offer my congratulations to you in this achievement of yours. You will be an inspiration to many scouts who come after you. Yours in cheerful service, John Keenan, Patuxent Chapter Advisor, Order of the Arrow, Lodge 470. At this time, we'd like to offer up the boys that have earned. We had 3 earned before the ceremony. 3 boys that earned. So what we'd like to do is invite you up and give you your plaque, award, and your kerchief in here? Kerchief in here? The last 3. So the first 3 already have it.
Keon Caruso.
Austin Clement. Jarrett Stinnett. Amari Stinnett. Amari Simpson, I'm sorry. I got confused, people going whispering, hey, over here. Akeen Hussey. Brandon Betts. Again, some of the one of the things that usually happens is that recognition of not only the boys, but their parents. And so we will make sure that the parents get their pins as well. Parents, thank you so much for being there for all of the boys, making sure that they showed up, that they took the time to, that you took the time to make sure that they took the time out to make sure that they got their merit badges done, they filled out their blue cards, that they went camping, that they paid attention, did all of the things they needed to do to get to this point. But we want to make sure that we recognize you. So those in the audience, could you please recognize the parents? We do have one more award that we would like to offer up. Yes. Parents, you can have a seat, please. That's right, hold on to them, that's yours. I earned this one. Gentlemen, you stay here though. You stay here.
You got it for the group. You want to do the prayers? Not even. Oh, man.
So So we want to take this opportunity before we have our last bit. Are there any acknowledgments? Anybody would like to say anything in honor of our 6 newest scouts in BSA? Oh, I think there is one. Sir, Chief, come on up. Anybody else? Perfect time. Missed the food, but perfect time. So, good morning, or good afternoon, sir. Please, you are. This is Hank Stawinski, the Chief of Police for the Prince George's County Police Department. Chief?
Well, it's a privilege to be with you. It's a privilege to be asked to participate in something as important as this. What I like to see are young people engaged in service and dedicating themselves to endeavors that not only improve you as young men, but also improve our community. That matters. And these days, I don't see enough of that. It was important for me to be here as a result, so I very much appreciate the privilege of joining you. President Lincoln, in his inaugural address, said, "We can only succeed by concert," talking about the challenges that we're facing the nation as he presided as our 16th president. And when I see things like this, it reminds me of his words and the fact that we can only succeed by concert. And so having the opportunity to interact, having the opportunity to see young people who obviously are grounded, and I need to thank the parents because, and where are you? Obviously, you're a giant reason why these young men are succeeding to the extent that they are. I also want to thank the faith community. We're standing in Reid Temple, and that's an important piece of this as well. But we can only succeed as a community by concert. And my commitment as the Chief of Police, my privilege to be the Chief of Police, is to those relationships. And they have to extend beyond those traditional boundaries, right? Traditionally, the police chief has community members that speak with, and we have elected officials who we speak with. My goal is to build those bridges to young people like yourselves, to reach out to the elder community, to reach out and form those relationships with the business community, and to solidify those relationships with the faith community. All together, and I'm very proud of my home, Prince George's County, and I'm not from someplace else, born and raised right here, and I'm not going anywhere. And when I see young men such as yourself participating in programs like this, succeeding at the level that you're succeeding at, it leads me to conclude that Prince George's County is going to a level that it has not seen historically. And my family dates back to the 1950s here. So I won't go on, but I did want to express my deep appreciation for being invited here. I wanted to express my gratitude to the parents for doing the good work that leads us to a place where we can honor young men. And I wanted to thank each and every one of you for participating in a program, improving yourselves, and the collateral benefit of all these merit badges is that you're improving our community too. So my thanks to each of you.
Are there any other acknowledgments? If not, there is a few things that we have before we wrap up. And the first one is a opportunity to acknowledge somebody who helped to establish scouting here at Reid Temple. We want to take the opportunity to acknowledge that person because without that effort, the sustained and focused effort of what it takes to make sure that scouting here happens, that the rough and tumble of what it takes to offer up, and I'm so glad that Reverend Price was here. I'm so glad that Reverend Clark was here, thank you, who was basically the chief operating officer for the church, that they were here because they saw, oh, this is what you all have been talking about. And so we want to honor that person to make sure that they understand that we love and respect the work that he did. Dwayne, please come forward. So as a small token of our respect, and if you happen to see these, there was a video running earlier that you see these little kids, that you see these faces, where do these faces come from? And they're little kids, and so as a small token of our appreciation, we wanted to give you this plaque that says, in grateful recognition of your exceptional leadership and outstanding service for Boy Scouts of America. Dwayne. And we also have one thing that Dwayne did do is he held down the Cub Scout program, and without Cub Scouts, there are no Boy Scouts. Without Cub Scouts, there are no Boy Scouts. They start now 5. The Lions are 5 years old now. They have a 5-year-old program. Lions that are now, yeah, Lions and Tigers and Bears and Eagles. Oh my, exactly. Exactly. So Lions all the way up, and then they convert to Weeblos, which allows them to go into Boy Scouting. And so Dwayne has spent a lion's share, no pun intended, of his work making sure that we had a Cub Scout program. And so what you see here is PAC 450. This is Troop, the PAC 450, putting together and Troop, a collage to say thank you to Mr. Dwayne Betts.
Wow. Thank you. Let me start off by saying I could have done it without an Alvin Smith, without a Nick George, without a Mr. Ty Smith, without a Shalonda, Lindor, Vernon, Gerry. I can't do this alone. I can't do it without you. I spoke earlier and asked for each of you to think about what can you do to help? What can you do to help sustain our troop? I'm looking for help. Don't all volunteer, but I'm looking for help. What is it? Because no man is an island. I have this nice award, I appreciate it. I didn't do it alone. And for us to go further, I talked about the history of scouting. Let's talk about the future of scouting. It's going to take each of you to do your part. So thank you.
Thank you. We have one more presentation we'd like to make. Gerry?
A tribute to Mrs. Nancy Simpson. Today we thank Mrs. Nancy Simpson for all she has done through the years and to say how she was very special and dear to us. Mrs. Simpson was an active member and volunteer of Reid Temple AME Church and the Reid Temple Christian Academy. Ms. Nancy volunteered to make the African kente cloth kerchief that you see the Scouts wearing today and taught some of us as Cub Scouts first aid. She's known through her grandsons Amari and Kaylin, who are members of Troop 450, as well as her daughter, Ms. Tina Simpson, who is also an active parent. As Troop 450 honorary grandmother, we miss her humorous and positive personality, creative thinking, inviting smile and nurturing, providing a helping hand with a willing heart. Sometimes that's all it takes. A simple gesture on someone's part, but what a difference makes. That's just the kind of gift Ms. Nancy gave, and will always be glad that she chose to live in such an unselfish way. She was so very good to us. She was kind in every way. It's people like her who share their skills and care. We appreciate all the things she did more than words can say. We love you and miss you. Family, please accept our heartfelt appreciation for her dedication.
Thank you, Gerry. So, we've come to that point. Austin, come on up. I didn't know about this one, but I appreciate it.
honored clergy, distinguished civic leaders, Scout family, and guests. My mind is clouded with so much emotion. Within my mind's eye, I see the scattered pictures of several yesterday events in which we, the Scouts of 450, shared the warm embrace of being nurtured and groomed for future success. It is somewhat difficult to leave the nest, but I know we must because you have provided us an amazing opportunity to become eagles among men. Yet, it is not as difficult to leave this metaphoric nest as one may perceive. Though thinking of our time as Scouters, we do conjure up a perplexed sense of wonder. We do feel thankful for your support, but we are also thankful for God. Without Him, this would not be possible. See, when we were thinking of the natural world and the divine, wondrous phenomenon that it exists today, it is clearly that as individual human beings, we have a duty and responsibility to care for the needs of others. Whether you are a cub, an eagle, or just a friend or family member of a Scouter, you have the ability, nay, the responsibility, to make the world better. We, the Eagles, hope to have established that finite principle in each one of the next Eagles coming through. Therefore, I thank the Almighty God that resides on this world and the next. Now I tell you today to rise like the eagle. Spread your wings. Let go of fear, doubt, hesitation, and accept the responsibility that is bestowed upon you. Now for the younger ones. It is you who must be prepared to do what you ought to do in life. My fellow Eagles and I are truly honored and humbled by your loving support. Although we know this celebration of Eagle achievement represents a depiction of excellence and a milestone regarding our scouting accomplishment, I am sure that my fellow Eagles would also want me to disclose an important truth. In a very great way, the Eagle Medal that we now wear is really a representation of your investment in us. Because of your commitment, it is here where we stand on hollow ground at Reid Temple AME Church and rejoice in celebration, and not just about individual accomplishment, but the truth that we, within this truth, serve a living Creator, who is the giver and foundation of any success. As Scouts, our duty to God remains clear, not just within our pledge, but boldly incorporated and carried out and carried forth in everything that we do. Scout family, because of your investment into Scouting, my fellow Scouts and I have learned to appreciate the world. We appreciate the world in nature, technology, and we accomplish many things that we never knew existed before. On calm and clear days, even a simple walk through the woods is now a symphony. We now appreciate the full ensemble of hummingbees, birds, and even the leaves rustling as they clear our footpath, setting forth an amazing arrangement of earth tones. Where else could one sit down on a fallen log, withstanding any ants, during the wee hour of darkness, and enjoy the sweet taste of roasted marshmallow over a campfire with friends? Where else could one enjoy high adventure on a cold day and experience the warmth of merriment of campfire stories at the same time? I tell you that nothing is more wondrous on a cold day than to eat my Scoutmaster's mac and cheese while he recounts his heroic tales of his younger days.
Gerry.
Where else can we come together as a troop and church family and bring joy to the faces of people who don't like us, look like us, talk like us, and nor have the same quote-unquote swagger, or have the same mobility skills as us, but who love, now smile, and laugh just like us, because they can travel, play, and share laughter with other children and be cool on the playground because of us and the motorized cars bought by our parishioners of Reid Temple Church and Troop 450 Family Circle. Mr. Gerry, Mr. Betts, Mr. Vaughn, Mrs. Lindor, and all our fantastic and dedicated Scout family members and friends, it goes without saying. We say thank you for guiding and nurturing us every step of the way through the hiking and biking trails, skiing slopes, popcorn sales, Papa John's Pizza, oranges, annual church fairs, etc., and many other merit badges. In fact, I want all of you who helped out any of our scouts in any way to stand up, because it is you all who help guide our success. Little brothers and future Eagles, know that we salute you as well. We will continue our course together, and please know that any Eagle achievement within 450 is not an ending, but rather it is an obligation to teach